guys, Cody from Automotive. I wanted to kickstart off this project. This is a 4GT Mark IV, so it's basically a non-street legal version of the 4GT. Much different. We've had a video on this car before, not this particular one, but the same car, that silverish color one we did a couple months ago. So this car currently has full PPF. When it was ordered, these are manufactured, built in Canada. So before it even came to the States, someone had wrapped this car. The issue is there's a lot of debris, basically chunks of sand and dirt particles underneath the film on every single panel of the car. So we'd actually rather not do this because it's very risky to do this. This isn't an F-150 that just rolls through the paint line at the factory. This is a hand-built, custom painted car. So it's very risky to remove film, especially when we're not the ones that did it. And I'll kind of show you some examples of why we actually don't prefer to do this. So we've already removed like the whole clamshell, which has exposed carbon fiber on it. Thankfully, no paint or clear coat came up. The reason why it's more risky is because whoever wrapped this car used what we call an adhesive promoter. Adhesive promoter is a chemical that chemically etches the clear coat. So why would anyone want to chemically etch a clear coat? Well, A, you don't, you're not supposed to. But B, people basically in this industry use it as a crutch. It's basically super gluing the film down. So if you come over here, I will show you literal examples. So this quarter panel piece has been removed. So if you look right here, you don't see any adhesive. There's no adhesive. And then you can see a perfect line all the way around the edge. So they do this so they can wrap this edge, and they're basically gluing the film down, hoping that it won't come up. So we still wrap all these edges, but we don't use an adhesive promoter. We wrap the car the way it's supposed to be wrapped, to where you don't have unnecessary tension on the film to where it fails and the film puckers in like a week or two. But other people in this industry choose to use this to, again, it's a crutch. You're not supposed to. In certain little areas on specific cars, yeah, you can use a little bit of promoter to make sure that the film stays down. But on a simple panel like this, again, this car is crazy. It's not like it's easy to wrap, but the majority of this car isn't that difficult because, again, we've done it, and there's absolutely no need. You can see even more. You can just tell that they just dump this stuff on a towel and they just slather it all the way across that edge. And so it basically just, when you squeegee the film down, it's like gluing the film into place. Once I remove this rocker panel piece, you'll probably see another line of it. So this is adhesive. For those of you who don't know, this is adhesive that's 10 times harder to remove now. When you promote an edge, you're basically kind of chemically etching the surface, and so when the adhesive bites down, it bites down harder. So if the adhesive bites down harder, it's 10 times harder to remove the adhesive. It's 10 times more risky when you have to remove the film because you risk pulling paint, pulling clear coat. Again, custom painted car. It's not just a normal car that goes through a normal manufacturing process. These are much more susceptible to removing paint or clear coat when someone has to remove the film. And so when someone uses a promoter, and then someone like us has to remove someone else's work, we run the risk of damaging the car. Even though it's not our fault, it's just people don't spend the time to learn how to do this stuff properly, and so they use these crutches like this and then just send the car out. We don't. We prefer to wrap it the correct way. And so I kind of wanted to show that before we even kick this project off, because a lot of you guys call and text and email us, and the first thing that comes out of your mouth is, how much does it cost? I understand the stuff is expensive, but every car is expensive to every owner. Whether it's a Camry, there's nothing wrong with a Camry, but those cars are expensive to people who own Camrys. We're just normal people here. None of us are billionaires. So we understand that people spend a lot of money on their cars, but you can't skimp out on who works on them, because this is what happens. This is a multi-million-dollar car. If we pull paint on it, it's got to go back to Canada, and it'll be up there for a year. So be very mindful on who works on your cars. It's not just about the price. If you're only going to consider the price when you do any kind of service on your car, good luck. you're going to run into problems like this. And you know, paying a little bit extra money for people who actually care about what they do, it pays off in the long run. So I don't mean to go on my soapbox and rant, but so many people hear me talk about it, about Promoter, but I need people to physically see what it does when you actually go to remove film. And so you can see Tyler's removing the film right now, and you can see it clear as day where, zoom in on his, you can see it clear as day where they've got Promoter right here as he's peeling this film up. It's not snake oil. I'm not, see how that, see you have a clear line right there? There's a Promoter on that whole edge. So it's going to make removing that quarter panel 1,000 times harder and 1,000 times more risky. So again, this clip's gone on long enough, but you guys can physically see what we talk about, and this is what you risk when you take it to a place that you're only concerned about the price. So I'm going to stop so we can keep removing film, but we'll come back, show you some of the process of cleaning it up, rewrapping it, and we'll come back and show you the finished results. Thank you. Hey guys, Cody from Automotive. Want to do a quick walkthrough on the 4GT Mark IV. So again, we've done this vehicle before, not this specific one. We did like a silver colored one a few months back where we wrapped the entire car. So again, kind of a 4GT race car. This is the newest one, so it's much more different than the Mark II, which we've done in the past. So it's pretty crazy. This particular project, when this car was built by Multimatic in Canada, it actually had paint protection film installed in Canada. So when the customer got it here in the States, it was already protected, but it just wasn't up to pretty much anyone's standard, not just ours. We're not perfect, but it was just in pretty rough shape. lots of debris underneath the film. So again, we've been over this before. It'll never be perfect. You'll never get film that has zero amount of debris underneath the film, but this one just had way, way, way too much. So we removed a lot of film on the vehicle, pretty much the entire car, and did new PPF application. So one of the more difficult panels to do on this vehicle is what we call this front clamshell. So this canard was removed, and so this entire clamshell from back here all the way down here, it goes all the way up, all the way down, all the way around the vehicle. And there's no relief cuts, no seams, no joins, no nothing. It's all one custom piece of film in order to do this clamshell and get it to look the right way, in our opinion. And so again, one piece front clamshell. We removed the film on the splitter, replaced it, removed a bunch of film on these front louvers because again, each piece of film just had way too much debris underneath the film, and so we wanted to fix that. So again, we probably rewrapped realistically 80% of the car on this one. Again, most shops would have just said, hey, let's remove everything and replace everything. We try not to do that where possible. It's very risky doing this on cars. This isn't, you know, just a normal OEM painted car. It's very risky to remove film from a custom built, custom painted car. And thankfully we were able to remove all the film without damaging any of the paint. So that was a good thing. And yeah, just wanted to make it much, much, much better and a cleaner install for the customer. What else? Pretty much it. Nothing crazy. We just wanted to make it look a lot better than what it did before. So about 80% remove and replace on this guy. And yeah, we'll kind of show you some of the bits and pieces throughout the install process. We'll probably have some B-roll rolling here. But yeah, it turned out really nice. It's a really pretty color. And we'll probably do another one soon. So if you guys need anything, holler. See you next time. Thank you.